What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream, Digital. Welcome to the stream, brother Vipiro. What is happening? Welcome to the stream, McWayne. How you been, brother? Hey, if you guys haven't checked out McWayne's channel, go check him out. Give him a subscribe. I'm pretty sure most people in here have done that. But Jake Plague, what is happening? Welcome to the stream, brother. How are you doing? We will definitely be seeing you later. That is for sure. So, quite the ordeal's getting ready to go on here in WCW. Bunch of announcements to make tonight. And it won't be necessarily the number of announcements that are made, but the gravity of the announcements that are being made. The biggest one, in the next month or so, we will be seeing Faction Wars come to the WCW. Right now, still in early development. But the GM, Eric Bischoff, wanted to get the information out sooner rather than later to allow some of the wrestlers to kind of form up into teams, figure out what's going on. Right now, if you look at a lot of our factions, we have men's factions, we have some women's factions, but we do have some mixed factions. So how that's all going to work, we're going to have to wait. Right now, even though it's in early development, looks like it'll probably be in about 5 stages, be based on a point system. Includes points for pins, submissions, knockouts in certain cases, and, of course, wins by team, by faction, and by individual. So there'll be a lot of things going on and a lot of things playing in to the faction war for sure, but more details to follow on that. So let's look at what we got going on here tonight. We saw last time Brooklyn Joker and later on Digital Dogs both challenging Raven. So this is not going to be an elimination match. This is going to be, matter of fact, we have got to do one thing real quick. To fix this up. I mean, it's got to be a hardcore match, right? There we go. And the title on the line, of course. So, yeah, title belt will be on the line. Extreme Rules match, hardcore match coming on. Right there. Then we're going to see, even though there's going to be no title on the line, we are going to see Robbo facing off against Bama Boy. Brand new champion. Zack Hamilton making his debut here tonight. We'll be doing that against JP, so that'll be interesting. For Zack Hamilton, this is going to be quite the shocker because it is quite different. Oh, there he is right there. Q21, what's going on? So that'll be interesting to see the reaction. We have absolutely toastified it. Problem was the hair was too close to Blackheart, so I stayed with the same thing, changed up a few things, fixed up some of the tattoos. Very interesting. Very, very cool character you're about to see. Had to completely rework. 3/4 of it is the same, but had to rework the entrance because only a couple people have entrances and motorcycles and the whole 9 yards. But still very cool entrance. Matter of fact, super cool and melts together very well. So took a while. It's been about probably an hour or 2 hours maybe on the character. So yeah, we'll see that. Seeing Crimson and Awesome Christina return tonight, getting a shot at the WCW Tag Team titles. Herbie and Grady had a great match with the Syndicate, but now tonight getting a shot at the LWO and the WCW Championships. Brand new. I don't know if you can see it back there, but a brand new champion and something championship belt and something we're going to talk about here as we go on, probably when we get there. It's a whole new series of belts, so we'll look into that too as we get closer. Totes my goats putting the title on the line against Bill Goldberg. So when you look at the greatest $1 million champions, Goldberg was until Totes my goats came along. Totes has now defended it 4 times, but Goldberg had won it twice, has a shot to win it 3 times here, but in both of his title runs, defended it twice. Has never lost when challenging for the $1 million title. Has only lost in this match when defending the belt. So that should be, can he be the one to put an end to Totes' streak? Right now, Totes has won 15 matches in a row. That is a record. It is a huge record. But 15 matches in a row, can he extend that streak here tonight at 16? And it's funny, I just thought it would be, you're talking about a streak, you're talking about the $1 Million Championship, would make sense to have him in there. Light Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Penny facing off against Phoenix for the Light Heavyweight Championship. But something in this match, we've been going through as another announcement, updating many of the created wrestlers, many of the different calls with new face scans. Some of them updated movesets, some of them updated attires. But I've been reloading these new ones back into the Community Creations hashtag Totes. So if you see any of our wrestlers that you want to be, there's only one that I can't upload. But if you see any of the created wrestlers that you want to be, use hashtag Totes. Go to Community Creations. You can find all that there. You can find all the tag team titles. You can actually find more tag team titles, but you can find all the tag team titles, all the arenas. I've actually uploaded a couple arenas that you guys haven't seen yet. I've uploaded belts that you haven't seen yet, but all the belts are uploaded, all the arenas uploaded, and all the new wrestlers with face scans. Penny, brand new face scan. Angela Starr in the background right there, brand new face scan. Jane, brand new face scan. So that is going on. And then in the main event, we will have Rowdy facing off against Recon Delta, putting the television title on the line here tonight. So let's get this thing rolling. How's everybody's week been going? We are getting ready, coming off, the 4th of July weekend, getting ready to come into the next weekend. So that should be interesting.
The following contest is a triple threat extreme rules match and is for the WCW Hardcore Championship. Introducing the challengers representing the Vikers from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 382 pounds.
So Digital Dog's making his way down to the ring right now. Has already been a hardcore champion, but will get his shot again here tonight to maybe become a 2-time hardcore champion. Looking back over the history real quick, we have only ever seen one 2-time champion, and that is Bama Boys. So you think about that, Bama wins the 2-time hardcore title and then goes on and wins the world championship against a hot wrestler at the time in Recon Delta. Now, here's a funny thing, looking at that, and one of the reasons why I think we really need a news show, you look at Recon Delta rated at 95.
Representing the Madness from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 285 pounds, Brooks Lee, the Punisher.
Actually, highly disappointed. I did something with Brooklyn Jokers, too. Did quite a big totesification on them. And it is not showing up, so... Oh, well. Is what it is. But... goes on, and Bama goes on and beats Recon, right? So, here's the thing. While Recon held the title, he was on a winning streak. His rating was at 95. Since losing the title and then losing his very next match, his rating has dropped all the way down to 83. So I'm saying these win streaks, they matter. You look at a lot of other federations, and you'll even hear Blaze talk about it where he's like, hey, I know I can't get the streaks going and do the things because, everybody wants to be in a match. In a 4-way match, in a 3-way match, there's only one winner. There's only one thing that counts towards a streak, and then there are 2 to 3 losers. in an 8-man match, there are 7 losers, which starts bringing the ratings of that wrestler down. So it's always very important how we do things. That's why you'll see a lot of one-on-one matches. You guys might not get to see yourself wrestle every single night or every single event or every single whatever, but that is why it helps actually build up your wrestler and build them in to a U.S. title shot, into a hardcore title shot, and into these other titles.
The Judgment Day from the bottomless pits, weighing in at 228 pounds, the WCW Hardcore Champion, Raven.
Now, Raven has tied the second longest streak in title defenses with Dave. Dave at 2, Raven at 2. Number 1, actually, Cody Rhodes defended the title 3 times. So Raven tonight has a chance in this triple threat match. There will first pin wins, first tap out wins, first whatever wins. This is not an elimination match. So if Raven can go ahead, win here tonight, he will tie the record of Cody Rhodes. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Faction Wars coming. I've been trying to do Faction Wars. You can go all the way back to season 1, and I just never could quite figure out a thing. Blazed is doing something. So we're not doing it exactly like that, but it gave me the idea between what Blaze Radio is doing on their channel with their, he calls it something different, but with their kind of faction war thing going on with them, and what we did with the King of the Ring, we're going to kind of mix it all together. I just got to kind of work out the shows and figure out what's possible, how many factions and how many shows it would take to do all 5 parts. But none of that is neither here nor there. What is hardcore title is on the line right now, so we are going to get after it. Getting a chance. It's kind of what I was thinking, Rowdy. But getting a chance to win this title. Now you look at Raven, obviously one of the smaller men, but Brooklyn Joker, even though he's taller than Digital standing at about, I think, 6'11". You've got Brooklyn Joker standing at 7 foot. Brooklyn Joker still like 283. Digital Dog's well over 300 pounds. So Digital Dog's definitely the heavier wrestler, the super heavyweight in this match. But even right there, something with the size and something with the stuff. Brooklyn able to get his body sideways and not allow Digital Dogs to get up. Digital now going for a pin. 1. And Brooklyn kicking out in 1. Raven not even really in the match right now, sitting on the outside. Kind of got thrown out. And now Raven thought he might have been going for a ride. Goes on a different kind of ride, though. Gets attacked right to the midsection. Brooklyn throwing Digital into the corner. Raven returning the favor to the other corner to Joker. Raven now getting out. Already has that chair inside, but decided he wants to get a ladder. Now this is not a ladder match, but look at this. Almost reverse choke slammed right on top. Oh, I have never seen that kind of pin before, but Brooklyn not having it. Brooklyn breaking that pin up. Not to say that Raven couldn't have kicked out, but what an interesting maneuver right there. Maybe something new, kind of a hidden update. Huge clothesline. Raven, though, now throwing him in between, trying to slow down Brooklyn. Does just that in his reach. Ends up getting around, but look, Raven backing up. But still, all for naught. Digital absolutely controlling the action right now. Controlling what is going on. And Brooklyn out playing it up. Got a table. Looking like he might set that up. Start signing some autographs. But Digital keeping the work going on the champion Raven. Big slam, and look at this. Sitting back just like a stalker waiting in the bushes. Takes advantage and gets Digital now off his game. Raven getting fired up. And the big elbow, but look at this. Digital recovered in time, now taking Raven over to the corner. Trying to put a whooping on him. Brooklyn wisely just sitting back, letting things go on. Saw things were going a little bit south and took his shot. Raven, though, trying to fight through all of this. And look at this Texas-style pile driver right down on top of the scunion of Brooklyn. 1, 2. And Raven almost made a huge mistake right there, but Brooklyn able to kick out of it. Has Raven up, and Brooklyn breaks it up. Raven breaking it up. Digital refusing to let go, but finally lets go and gets taken right outside. And, oh, that was almost a finisher. That was almost the finisher of Raven right there, but Joker fights out of it. And now in true hardcore style, Kendo stick getting broke over Joker. Digital with Raven down, rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Digital Dogs becomes the brand new 2-time WCW Hardcore Champion.
WCW Hardcore Champion, the Dog.
Digital Dogs becoming the 2-time Hardcore Champion. And what a smooth move. Now, you saw in the beginning of it, Digital actually kind of controlling the action a little bit there on both sides, keeping Raven and keeping Brooklyn off, kind of off kilter, keeping them on one-on-one. And then finally finding a way, finding that timing, that little crack. Raven gets knocked down after Brooklyn had a couple big moves put against them. And then Digital able to get the pin. So we got that thing that keeps sitting up in the corner of the window. I am going to go fix it right now. I'm going to fix it as we speak. But I know you guys don't want to watch me fixing it. So let me just back out. Oh. Not going to do it, actually. We're going to have to put up with it. If I back out and go fix that to where it's not on the screen, it's going to cause problems for the whole match card. So instead of doing that, we are not going to do that. And we're just going to have to put up with it. So it's what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. But right now, Robbo getting to take on, no title belt on the line, but the current WCW World Champion. You know, we talked about it with the problem.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Four Horsemen from Wolverhampton, England, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Machine, Robbo.
We talked about it right now, the problem. You look at Totes McGoats holding two of the U.S. title and the Universal $1 million title. Rowdy holding on to the television title. So then when you lose the light heavyweight title belt. Eagle loses that. Now he's trying to move up and look at things. But the only things that you can really look at as far as moving up right now is in the world championship divisions, both in the Universal title division and the WCW World title division. The hardcore title is kind of that stepping stone, that first title to get you going, kind of like that one, the light heavyweight. Then you get up into the TV title, and then the U.S. title, then the WCW World title, then the Universal $1 Million title. Now the real, like, true starter belts.
From Montgomery, Alabama, weighing in at 240 pounds, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Bama Boy.
Now the true, like, starter belts, we're going to talk about that coming up. But so it's very interesting. So it's kind of a conundrum right now, almost, with Totes holding the two belts. And that's one of the reasons they haven't been defended enough. That's one of the reasons why you're going to see Totes defending those belts every single week, one or the other. He's got to. There's no other way. When you look at the number of times we have fought for the world title versus the number of times for the U.S. title, it's out of proportion. Same thing with the $1 Million title. It's out of proportion. So that's why you're seeing whoever the champion was going to be, we're going to have to see a lot of title defenses. Same with the women's light heavyweight. You're going to see whoever that light heavyweight champion is in the women's division. We're going to see her every episode. Just no way around that. But right now, different things going on. Robbo trying to prove that he deserves a shot, and the Horsemen deserve a shot at Bama and the world title. This is the first match since Bama has won the title. So is this going to give Bama some new confidence? Is this going to give Bama kind of that edge that we've seen in the last few world champions, like with the Recon Delta, where they start to get on a roll and they start piling some wins together? Are we going to see that here tonight? Really, you look at our world champion and Bama, a much different style than most of our world champions have been. And look at that, already a 2 count. We've seen Hogan, bigger wrestler, Totes, kind of mid-range wrestler, but he's not flying off the top rope. Paul the Thing, bigger wrestler, Black, kind of lines up with Totes Magoats. Angel lines up with Totes and Blackheart. Damien, bigger style wrestler, Recon Delta lines up with Angel and Totes and Blackheart. So we haven't really seen this. And look at this. Bama now. Oh, Rowdy here to break it up. Rowdy here to say, you want a piece of somebody, you get a piece of. Wait a minute. What is going on? The enforcer of the Four Horsemen just knocked the living dog snot out of Robbo. Robbo now in the ring, and Bama, he doesn't even know what's going on. And as soon as Rowdy is there, Rowdy disappears back into the crowd. What are the Horsemen going to think about this now? It's been wondered about. Bama now going for the pin. 1, 2. Remember, Robbo left in a very strange way, and a lot of people very shocked that the Horsemen just welcomed him back in with open arms. Maybe they didn't. Maybe this was just a way to get back at Robbo to let him know what it feels like when you leave the group high and dry. But now Robbo trying to fight back, trying to fight through the attack we just saw. Slides through now, gets Bama locked into a submission hold. But holy crap, unbelievable. It looks like right now, Robbo not in the Horsemen, or maybe Rowdy's not in the Horsemen. Like, which way is that going to go? All we know for sure right now is there is an issue between the Horsemen and two of their wrestlers. And Bama coming out on top now, grabbing the chair, and Bama can do some damage with that chair. Robbo back to his feet, but you can tell what's been going on in the ring, and that attack from Rowdy really taking its toll on Robbo right now. Oh, thought he was going to get him smashed down on that chair. Now, Robbo, who is bleeding, rolls over the leg, but only a 1 count on our WCW champion. Now, just think about this. Oh, that's Robbo's finisher. Is that going to do it, too? Maybe the realization of what is going on is hitting Robbo right now, and he is realizing he may not have the backing of the Horsemen. He's going to have to start stepping up and doing it on his own. Big drop kick, but look at that. Bama immediately rolls out of the ring, lets the feet go. And now using the outside of the ring maybe to get back into what is going on, get back into the advantage of this match, and just broke that kendo stick over Robbo. No title belts on the line. You can win by a count out. Little rolling thunder, little rolling tide right there on the outside of the ring. Referee now up to a 6 count. Agent Destin, you don't have to refrain from doing nothing. Streamlabs can't do anything to you. And look at that. Bama showing you why he is the world champion. And using an old Horseman tactic against Robbo. Maybe Bama trying to say he should be the next Horseman. Got to figure out what's going on there first, but got to kind of figure out who would make a good Horseman. If one of the Horsemen is no longer in there, who should be the next Horseman? Don't know. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. That is a developing story for sure. But now the debut of Zack Hamilton, Q21, in the chat will be facing off against JP. And that's another thing. Digital Dogs and JP just came off their thing. Digital Dogs ends up winning the feud and now gets right back in and wins a title belt. Will JP, now that his focus is turned from that, will JP be able to move on and stop Zack Hamilton from winning his debut match here tonight on Nitro? Oh, you didn't know? That's right. But look at the state of Zack Hamilton now making his way down to the ring in his debut match. The brand new duds and slightly different look. Here's a look just slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. You know what I mean? But Zack Hamilton showing he knows how to make an entrance. And now one of the few cruiserweights that have been signed to WCW.
And his opponent, accompanied by the Virus, Jake Pope, representing the Judgment Day. From Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 193 pounds, JP.
So JP being escorted down by Jake Plague of the Judgment Day. Now the Judgment Day, after hearing the news of the faction wars coming up, wanting to get off to a good start, wanting to start building the momentum. So going into faction wars, they want to be at the height of their game. All the factions want to be at the height of their game going into the faction wars. It'll be amazing. Whoever can win the faction wars will get Do you not like it? Do you not like it, Q21? If not, I could go right back, almost back, not quite back, but close to back to what you were. Just got to change up the hair. You also got a new face scan, brand new face scan. But yeah, it happens sometimes. But one thing that didn't change is the way that he wrestles. So Zack Hamilton getting after JP right now, and look at the state of these moves. If that's not a flippity-doo-dah, if I've ever seen one, now rolling them up. Okay, good deal. I was gonna say, I spent a couple hours. Like I was excited about it, but I can't re-upload them for you because you put no. When you uploaded them, you said no re-upload, so I can't re-upload them back to you. But if you re-upload them again, if you re-upload your exact same one, and just say yes, it's pretty easy to transfer over the look. So. But guys, don't be shocked. JP, typically a slow starter in a lot of these matches. But so far, Zack not letting up, and that is exactly what you want to do in these matches. Not give JP a chance to get going, because if he does, if JP can get it rolling, he can end matches very quickly. We have seen him end matches in 4 moves. And you think, it looks like Zack knows this stuff. It looks like Zack has done his homework and scouted out JP, but JP maybe not able to scout out Zack Hamilton. Now goes, rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3, and look at that. That is one of the quickest matches we have seen. Zack Hamilton making a huge splash in his debut. Zack Hamilton winning his match, his debut match in WCW. What is that going to mean for him? Moving forward, we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. Well, that's why now Streamlabs is not a moderator. I took them off. So Streamlabs can say whatever it wants now. It just can't do anything about it. So what a crazy start to this so far. We got a brand new hardcore champion. We got Rowdy coming out and attacking Robbo, costing him the match against the world champion. Zack Hamilton winning his debut match, and now the return of 2 of the largest women and largest tag team in the WCW. Crimson and Awesome Christina will get their shot at. And it's not going to look like the size difference is that big, because Kylee and Misti, no slouches themselves, and the current WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions. Oh, really? Did not know that, Vipero. Did not know that. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. So now Crimson and Awesome Christina making their way down to the ring. And getting their shot at the tag team champions. Now, what's crazy, for the last probably 6-7 episodes, I have scheduled these two to fight, but because of all of the stuff that has been going on, there just hasn't been room on the card for it to happen. So tonight, Crimson and AC finally getting to make their re-debut or their reappearance. It has been a minute since we've got to see either one of them, but making their way here tonight, getting a shot to face off against the New World Order. Now, the New World Order just coming off losses to the Order of the Phoenix. Now, when we go and we look at these two factions on the women's side, you have the Order of the Phoenix, who only have 4 members. You have the New World Order, really only has 4 members. There might be a 5th one in there. We're not quite sure yet, but only 4. But both of them 4. Each of them hold one. You know, there's 2 tag team title belts. Each of them hold one of the tag team title belts. The big difference is you've got Kylee, the WCW World Champion, and Cheyenne, the Universal World Champion. On the other side, you have Jane, who is the Universal Diva Champion, and Phoenix, the light heavyweight champion. So these two factions really fighting for kind of the supremacy on that side, where you had the Syndicate and the Four Horsemen kind of getting after each other, kind of going back back and forth both ways.
Introducing the challengers, the Disciples of Darkness, and their opponents, the WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions and the WCW Women's World Champions, the NWO.
So, but that is kind of the same thing now we got going on the women's side with the Order of the Phoenix and with the NWO. So, looking at getting some of the newer face scans, Order of the Phoenix, actually 2 of the wrestlers got brand new face scans, and we are going to start seeing more of them. I'm telling you, if you don't see a wrestler a lot, it's because I don't like the look. I don't even know that I'm doing it, to be fair, when I'm making the card, but I don't like the look. Then when I start liking the look again, I got to get them back on the card. So that is what we've been doing, going through our entire universe and just doing some things here with some movesets, doing some things here. I have fixed Bobby Hart's moveset now. I have fixed Angela Starr's moveset, so that should be interesting. Not sure that I'm quite sold on Angela Starr's finisher yet, but we'll see. So AC getting off to a quick start against the current WCW World Champion, Kylee, who is also a WCW Tag Team Champion as well. NWO very versatile in their tag teams, to be fair. Kind of goes back and forth. We saw Heather and Misti lined up for a while. For the longest time, Cheyenne and Kylee lined up. Now we're seeing Misti and Kylee, Cheyenne and Heather. So very versatile in how it all lines up. You know, looking at Faction Wars, here's another thing. You got some of them out there like the tag team of AC and Crimson. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to maybe line it up with another tag team? Because some of the things that are going to be on the line in this faction war is the faction that wins will get a shot at all the titles. You look at the winner of the King and Queen of the Ring. That person, the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring, the finalists, the winners, will get a shot at a title at every single pay-per-view. So it's hugely important to win that one. And in the first one, every wrestler on the planet got a shot at it. Moving forward, we're not going to do it quite the same way. But at the time, that is what we got. Rolls up the leg, but look at that. Kylee getting in quick. Not sure that Misti needed it, but you got to realize, too, in matches like this, with this number of large female wrestlers, the absolute power of the moves, the matches will go quicker. And that has been kind of the advantage of Misti and Kylee. But against these two, you're not going to have that same advantage. So trying to get her over in the corner, and look at this. They are going to show you why they are not only the oldest faction in our game, they are the oldest original faction in the game if you look at them. The women's NWO, been together since almost episode 8 of season 1, I believe, is when it started. You look at the two oldest tag teams, the Hit Squad and who is a part of the LWO, and the Maniacs. Kylee now rolls up the leg. Crimson looking on. But Crimson knows her partner well enough to know when she's got to get in, when she's got to get involved, and when she does not. I think it might even be just about time for maybe Kylee Watson to get a kind of an updated, a new look. We'll have to see. Picks her up, big slam, and remember these slams where they're picking them up and bringing them back down because of the height of the wrestlers is generating more power as well. Look at this move. Have not seen that either, so lots of cool things happening with every single update. Lots of cool things happening with every single DLC pack that comes out. The next one, I'm not excited about the wrestlers. That's the Pat McAfee and friends thing. But what could be very exciting about it is the different moves that come out. If they've got more innovative moves, that could be pretty good. Look at that. That's not just a height move. Did you see the torque that she got around on, the speed in which she did it? Kylee now stopping it, and that lets Misti get up. Puts Crimson in the corner, and oh, we've seen matches won for less than that move right there. Misti staying on top of it, though. Takes Crimson, whips her back in the corner, and can they get a double T move in? Not even going for that one. Oh, try to pick her up and over, but remember, Crimson, the largest female wrestler we have in our universe. So not easy anyway to pick her up, and then not easy the further the match goes on. You get farther and farther into these matches, and it gets harder and harder because of the fatigue that you're going to have, especially in your core, especially in that midsection. Kylee now gets up. Crimson getting back into the ring herself, and look, backs her up just enough. Now taking her over into the corner. And getting after it right there. Guys, while we got a second, remember, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. All of those things, all 4 things have been brought to you today for free. You can absolutely do it for free. It doesn't cost you a thing. And it helps out the channel. Crimson now going back and forth, and this has just been a very brutal women's match. When you look at the sum of all of these moves combined together, and Crimson just getting after the head of the champion. Crimson right now trying to put a choke slam on her, though, trying to show you why maybe she deserves a world title shot. Kylee trying to put an end to that shatter right now. And now sets up for it. If she gets it in, this might be it. Picks her up, back down, grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Misti and Kylee will remain your WCW World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, and still WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the
NWO saying, hey, we're not going to lose both these title belts. We are going to stay one step ahead of the Order of the Phoenix. They, too, want to be in a good position going in to whenever Faction Wars does start. We definitely have to get in the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view before that happens. But it will run much the same way in the fact that you'll have a Nitro, a Thunder, and a Faction Wars round 1. Pay-per-view style events, but that'll be how it goes. So here we go, almost to the midpoint, now to the tipping match of the evening, match number 5, with the WCW Men's Championships now on the line. Herbie and Grady getting their shot, had quite the match against the Syndicate, and now for the Universal titles, can they take that momentum, even though they didn't win? Can they take the momentum into this match? For a long time, we saw Cecil and Kempty defending it show after show after show, then finally getting a break, mainly because Cecil was injured, but on Sunday, finally got his doctor's release, has been released to compete again, so the title's back on the line, and Eric Bischoff said he couldn't think of a better group than Herbie and Grady to get that shot here tonight. Welcome this tag team back into the WCW. Even though they're the champions, it has still been a minute since they have been in action. Yeah, that's unbelievable, McWayne. Almost 2,500 subs like that. You're crushing it. I haven't noticed my sub total jumping faster. It's just been steady, which is good. It's all good. But if I got into the right game, and maybe it's the First Ascendant. Maybe the First Ascendant is the game I start figuring out how to do the vertical streaming on. I'm going to be playing that game for a while. I'm shocked. I'm normally not into games like that, but I have really been enjoying that particular game. So the Hit Squad now making their way back down to the ring, walking in like they have never left. But are we going to see a little bit of ring rust tonight out of these two? Again, haven't seen them in the ring for a few episodes. But now, look at the state of those titles, too. Beautiful tag team title belts. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, you should be an announcer for, like, the WWE or for, a group like that. I get it, totally. I think I should start designing their belts, though.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WCW challengers at a combined weight of 487 pounds, the Bikers. And their opponents at a combined weight of 455 pounds, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, the LWO.
Yeah, if you look at my thing, I'm gonna put in the chat what I think is my descendant's name. I know it's TX6 Cowboy, right? I know that, but I think they put numbers at it, and I think it's 5131 is mine. I think that's my deal. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. There was a time where there was 4 of us. And I suggested that we started 4 Horsemen Wrestling, where all 4 of us would just be on the one channel. We'd just be putting out the stuff. We'd decide what we would do. A couple of us, me and McWayne, kind of on board with it. One of us was not, and then it's just weird how now me and McWayne have made it, you know, 2 and over the 1,000 subscriber mark. And the other 2 kind of died off. The 2 that were totally against it just kind of died off. So it's, yeah, it's weird. It's a little mind-blowing. But, again, if you want to do YouTube content, listen to me now. Consistent. But you got to find the pace that fits you, or you'll burn out and you'll quit. And I think that's what happens to most people. So just find a pace, and then find the thing that you love to do, and then just get better at what you're doing. So, yeah, no, I'd be honored to play with you as well. It'll be a good time. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, if you want to be a YouTuber, you know, people are like, oh, I want to do YouTube so I can play video games. That is... That's not what this is, I'm going to tell you right now. But if you do enjoy creating content and doing stuff and entertaining and putting things... Look, nobody is going to come watch your channel to watch a wrestling game and listen to another commentator or listen to something else. Listen to something that's not unique. You got to find a niche. You got to find the thing that you like to do. I would like to think that I know you guys show up to hang out with each other, right? Because again, community. You got to create a community, but to start the community, you got to be somewhat entertaining. I brought in people to help out. I brought, you know, Jane. Me and Jane do the thing with Fun with Totes and Jane. Like, we do that stuff. I brought in other people. We have streamed. We have done some dual streams together. What is going on, vlogs? Welcome to the stream. No idea what you're saying, though. I only speak English. But yeah, so just be consistent. Figure out what consistency is to you. If you ever need help, you can always get on my Discord. Talk to me. McWayne's the same way. McWayne will help you out however he can. I'll help you out however I can. You know, it's about supporting each other. I don't believe in sub for sub, but it is about supporting each other. So, and I think we do a great job of that here. And this is a safe place for content creators. I don't get mad if, you know, people are promoting their channel. Like, don't let that be the only thing you're doing. Be a part of the community. But the more you're a part of the community, the more the community will support you. The more you support the community, the more they will support you. So, there's that. Anyway, back to the match. Look at what is going on here now. Back down to kind of a one-on-one. Herbie getting back in, Grady in. Hard to tell. I was like, okay, well, Kempty and Grady should be the legal man, but it looked like for a second Cecil was wanting to be the legal man. And that might happen right now. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And a 2.5 count, but Grady kicks out, but unable to get over to the corner. Unable to get him tagged in. But now Cecil tagged in Grady, trying to fight through, trying to get the upper hand, trying to get to the point where he can figure things out. And, you know, put Herbie in a better situation. But right now, Cecil taking it to him. Grady now starting to get back. Fighting back. Whoa! Ducks the one. Picks him up. Big slam. That looks very similar to his finishing move, but it is not his finishing move. And look at this. The LWO not showing any signs of ring rust.
Here are your winners, and still WCW World Tag Team Champions, the LWO.
But not showing any signs of ring rust whatsoever. Now, you look at, you know, speaking of faction wars again, you start looking at some things and you look at the LWO. The LWO set up, unlike any other faction, they have got 3 male members and 1 female member. Now, we've seen some that have 4 and 1, right? But we don't have any at 3 and 1. Are they looking to add another member to their faction going into faction wars? Like, maybe they're not exactly a member of the faction, but some of these guys are going to have to bolster up their factions or combine forces. What about the WCW wrestlers that aren't in factions? They can still compete in faction wars, but they gotta form their own group, and they gotta come together to be able to do that. So all these little things, and this is one of the biggest reasons why Bischoff wanted to announce it early, so these guys can start making their moves, making their $1 million moves. Now, here we go, brand new. So, I think in episode 25 is when it happened. We had what I called an 8-man gauntlet elimination match. And we called it the Gauntlet Championship. We still have that. That is now called the 6-man Gauntlet Championship moving forward. Rules are quite a bit different. This is going to be the 8-man Outlaw Championship. Only way to win this match. And these are the first 8 wrestlers that are going to get a shot to win it here tonight. Now, you look at the Bikers already bringing a brand new title, bringing the hardcore title back to their faction. Kedri getting a shot here tonight. Could the Bikers add 2 titles?
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Elimination can occur anywhere in the arena. The match continues until 1 superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
Guys, we got 105 views so far. Let's start getting that like count up just a little bit.
The Bikers from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 249 pounds. The Psycho
So Kedri making his way down to the ring. Haven't seen a lot from Kedri since joining the Bikers. Have seen a couple matches, but now getting his shot at the 8-man Gauntlet Outlaw Championship. And you would think with a name like the Outlaw Championship, it would only make sense that it would be won and held by the Bikers. Now, there's 7 other people that got something else to say about that. 7 other people probably don't agree with what I just said, but they're going to get their chance right now to prove why that is or why that isn't.
representing
Paul, the thing, you look at that, former world champion. Former world champion. Kind of on a little bit of a losing streak here as of late. Has had a little bit of success, and now looking to parlay some of that success into this title belt. Now, we said we would talk about it before while this match is going on. So, Eric Bischoff is looking right now to form a committee of retired wrestlers, maybe 4 or 5 people, not sure how many it's going to be. Just kind of an idea to get involved in the direction of the WCW and to free him up to do more innovative things. One of the examples is what's going on right now with the WCW Special Series title belts. So you'll see WCW SS, not an official title belt, but an official title belt. It's going to be a Special Series belt. They're not going to be fought for all the time. There's going to be time in between fighting for them. So whoever wins that belt will be able to fight for it. You know that should give you a 5-point stat boost and everything, but no residual effect. When you lose the belt, you lose the boost. That's just how it goes. Not like our normal belts where you keep 1 point. Maybe it's 5 points, you keep 1. It's 7, you keep 1, whatever it is. But that is what it is going to be for these. So you look at the GC Rock Survival title belt. You look at the Gauntlet 6-man, the Gauntlet 8-man, and the 8-man title belts. Those are going to be the 4 in the men's division. There are going to be some of the same in the women's division. We are bringing back the Survival title belt in the women's division and possibly looking at the 8-man tag team title belt in the women's division as well to give them some more things to fight for. But this will be a special series of belts. So that is announcement number 3 tonight. What is going on, Blaze Radio? Welcome to the stream, brother. I said your name 3 times. That's how I knew you were going to be here. Matter of fact, tonight I even added Totes got a brand new face scan as well to slightly change the look from Radio Rex. We'll see what it looks like tonight. I don't know. I'm not completely sold on it as of yet, but everybody will get a chance to see it tonight. But 8-man Outlaw Championship title belt, brand new Special Series title belt on the line. Look at this move. Is he going to get Paul to tap out? Does not. Paul now fighting through it. And in this match, no more than 4 competitors. It's an 8-man match, but no more than 4 can be in the ring at one time. And competitors will be released every 2 minutes. And now, another former champion of a WCW Special Series title belt, the Survival title, A.Lee making his way down to the ring, and he knows coming in at number 3, he's got a minute. So took his time getting down, kind of a smart thing. Let these 2 guys fight it out a little bit. Give himself an extra about 15, 20 seconds, and look at him. No stranger to a multi-man match. Rolls up the leg. And was controlling the match really, really good. I don't look completely different, but I do look different, for sure. A.Lee going, rebounding off the rope, but look at that. Kedri laying in wait. Takes A.Lee, puts him in the corner. And now jumps through, pins him 1, 2. And A.Lee kicks out after 2, but look at this. Paul on the outside of the ring moving much, much slower. Kind of taking some time. Not a bad strategy. Now looking underneath, getting a guitar. Goes inside. And can you believe what just happened? Kedri no-selling the guitar shot. Kedri springboards in there, hits Aaron with a diving clothesline, and at the same time ends up taking a guitar shot right after he does that, and then immediately gets back up, takes Paul and throws him out of the ring, lets him know he does not appreciate that whatsoever. Another stop sign shot. Kedri throwing him into the stairs. Who is coming out now? Looks like BobbyO, I'm guessing. From the ring post. Yeah, it is. Look at this. Big BobbyO coming on down. To the ring and looking like, thought he was going to go after the other big man. Go after Paul, but that's what's going to happen. But really looks like he's trying to get a piece of Aaron Lee. These guys facing off a lot in survival title matches, so maybe there's a little bit of bad blood there still going on. Guys, if you haven't done it, remember, go drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. All of it's free. And something else that is free, go over to Blaze Radio and drop a subscribe on his channel too. And you're welcome. Look at this. Paul, one of the first people in, eliminates number 3, Aaron Lee. So Aaron Lee will not become the first WCW Special Series Outlaw Champion. Paul now getting back after the big man as well. Kedri on the ground. Huge headbutt. We've seen Paul win matches like that. And Kedri being smart, going down, going after the wheels, you know what I mean? Going after the base of the big guy, Paul. And now almost playing with him a little bit. Does he understand? Does he know that BobbyO already back to his feet? Bobby grabbing the baseball bat, throws it, hits Kedri, whips him now into the corner. Huge leg, rolls up his leg. 1, 2. And a 2 count. Paul now, though, recovering. And how does Paul still have the strength at this point in the match to take a guy like BobbyO, pick him up over his head, and then bring him back down? How do you do it? We just don't know. So we talked about this earlier as well. We have been updating a lot of the created wrestlers, updating a lot of the cause, and then re-uploading them back onto the community creation. So make sure you go into community creations, use hashtag Totes. I'm doing 5 to 10 a day. So we've already got about 15 of them on there. But go in there, make sure your universe mode is updated with the most current wrestlers, the most updated look from the wrestlers, the best title belts, the most updated title belts, the arenas, the new arenas that we've been doing, and that is all under hashtag Totes. That's hashtag TOTES. Now, after the finisher, this might be doing it for Paul. And BobbyO takes Paul out, and now Kedri, the last one on there. Don't know. Look at this. Look at the mind game going on right there. And then the Totes Magoats baseball bat being delivered right to the scunion of Kedri. But in true biker fashion, gets back up and starts trying to take it back to Bob. Charles Robinson stops Bobby from a worse fate, but maybe not. He's been hit now with a chair, rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And Bobby able to kick out in 2. Now, we haven't seen Kedri's fit. Oh, speak of it, and so it shall appear. The Irish car bomb. Now he rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Bob kicks out in 2. Sentinel now into the match, and now we've seen most of the big guys that are going to be in this match in it. And Kedri now just fighting for his life. Look, putting every single ounce of energy he's got into every single move, trying to stay one step ahead of BobbyO and Sentinel. Now Bobby, though, getting the steel steps, saying he's tired of getting thrown into them things. And if anything, just at least dismantle it. Kedri moving slow, thought Bobby might go after Sentinel, but doesn't. Instead, goes after the kendo stick, and BobbyO going back after Kedri, now using the ring as a weapon of his own, takes him. And now nobody's going to be getting thrown into any steps. I say it, and then guess what happens? BobbyO doesn't get thrown into the steps. BobbyO gets the steps thrown at him. Did not appreciate that, though. And look at this. Maybe a little bit of rage coming out from Bobby. Thought that move would have lasted a little bit longer. Sentinel recovering quickly, though. And getting him and knocking him down. What is going on, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream, brother. 1, 2, 3. And somehow Kedri, one of the original people in this match, has made it now over halfway through. Him and Sentinel now having it out. 3 people have been eliminated. 2 people still in. 3 people still left to go. Sentinel now grabbing that stop sign that has been highly used. That has been more like a go sign. And you can start to see, like, Kedri's so tired, his timing is off just a little bit. But look at this, 4 horseman style. Eagle wasted no time running down to the ring. Kedri now rolls up the leg, too. Sentinel now kicking out into, you got a member of the Bikers in Kedri. You got a member of the WCW coalition team in Sentinel. And now you got a member of the 4 Horsemen with Eagle Star. The 3 of these guys getting after it. And you think, you know, Sentinel hit you with a move like that, you would just about think it is over. What is going on, Witcher? Welcome to the stream, sister. Now goes, rolls up the leg. And Eagle Star gets eliminated quickly in this match, but you look at some of the moves that he got hit with back to back to back, and you can see why he got eliminated so quickly. But I think Kedri really taken to heart that a biker should be winning the Outlaw Championship. And he is just getting after it. There are some of the coolest moves you'll ever see. Some of the coolest moves that you will ever see with that trash can. Oh, can this do it too? No, Kedri still finds a way to kick out in 2. And guys, pay attention to the chat. We are going to gift out 5 more memberships after Kedri takes a bike shot right to the scunion. So while Eagle Star might have got eliminated early, he just got a free membership for 1 month. So, like, who really loses? Grady also getting one. JD Hogg 80 getting one. Johnny Toxic, seen him in the chat recently, and Lynette 50. All 5 just gifted. Look at this! Grunning gets down here, and immediately Sentinel blows the mist right in his face. You can see the blue mist at the bottom of the mask still present. Now, no holds or bar. There is no disqualification, so absolutely legal in this match. But Sentinel going after Grunning. And Kedri wisely should be sitting back right now. Wisely just kind of waiting. Letting these guys remember Kedri, one of the first two members that was in the chat. And there it is, Irish car bomb. Thought that would do it, but Grunning saves Sentinel, whether he realizes or not, but saves him. Referee Charles Robinson tries to get in the way. Grunning, though, just fighting through the whole thing, going out, picking his poison, gets a chair. But look at this, Kedri waiting on him. Is he going to slam him back down on that chair? Now rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And only a 2 count now. There should still be one person left. I can't remember, to be fair, but there should be, I think, one person left. Sentinel now getting the old get fiddle. And throws it. Hits him square in the face. 1, 2. And a guitar shot just about ended Kedri's streak. Could he become the first one to win an 8-man gauntlet match of this type? Could he win an 8-man gauntlet match from position number 1? Sentinel now getting pinned. Charles Robinson taking his time. 2. And Sentinel finding a way to kick out at 2. Look at the absolute frustration on Kedri's face. Kedri, though, waiting and wait. Hits him again. Jay Savage coming over, said, don't be average, be savage. And Savage is exactly what he was. Hits Kedri right in the head. Kedri finds his way back to his feet. Sentinel finds a way to throw him back into the ring. And now Grunning making Jay Savage pay. But Sentinel not done. Maybe has a little something for Savage, but Grunning stopping him from getting there, and Savage and Sentinel starting to face off. Grunning and Kedri on the outside of the ring facing off. Kedri recovering faster than I think Grunning was expecting. And now might be setting up for it. That is a crazy pedigree-style powerbomb. And Sentinel eliminates Jay Savage. So Jay Savage and Eagle Star, two of the biggest factions right now in the WCW, getting put out of the match relatively quickly. And it just feels like you can see right now Kedri leaving blood wherever his head touches. But it just feels like this match was always going to come down to Sentinel and Kedri. Could still be wrong, but it just feels that way, and we're about to find out. Sentinel jumps back up, but Skedios puts him in the Irish car bomb. 2, 3, and Kedri, in a pile of his own blood, eliminates Sentinel. And now it comes down to the first man in this match, and Grunning. Is Kedri going to be able to pull it off? Might not. This might do it. 1, 2. And Kedri kicks out yet again. This is the kind of thing that legends are made of. We have seen McWayne do a similar thing, and we talk about it to this day. But can Kedri do it? I don't know. I think that's got to be it. 1, 2, and 3. Grunning, your brand new Outlaw champion.
Here is your winner and new WCW Underground Internet Champion,
Grunning winning the inaugural belt, the Outlaw 8-Man Gauntlet Championship. And quite a brutal fight, and I can almost guarantee every time we see this match, you are going to see blood. You are going to see carnage. You are going to see things left all over the place. But D-Generation X starting to pick up a little bit of momentum too now, getting ready to go into faction wars following the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. So what an amazing match that is. And we still have big matches here tonight. You look at, we already had Digital Dogs, Brooklyn Joker, and Raven go after it. We had Rowdy actually jump Robbo, still waiting to find out maybe some information. Maybe we'll find out what's going on by the main event. We'll have to keep an eye out. Zack Hamilton in short order winning his debut match. What is going on? Speaking of that, JP, welcome to the stream, brother. We have the New World Order defending their world title belts, as well as the LWO defending their title belts. So no title belts change hands there. Very first Outlaw Championship match. You can see the Texas seal on both sides, plus the big Outlaw skull in the center with the WCW right on the head. It's a beautiful title belt, by the way. Like, it's so simple, but it is a very unique title belt. And now we are going to see if Totes can continue the streak. He's got 16 wins. So you look at Goldberg when he came in to World Wrestling, World Championship Wrestling back in the day, the streak. Well, Totes is on a streak of that kind of proportions right now. Can he make it 16 wins in a row? We'll see. Can he extend the $1 million championship title streak to 5 title defenses? 4 is already the record. Nobody's done it before, too. Then we're going to have 3 brand new face scans kind of make their debut. But Penny going after the light heavyweight title. And then finally, Rowdy getting after defending the television title.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal $1 Million Championship.
So you can hear him chanting the name right now, Goldberg. And still, Goldberg coming out in that very unique attire. Right now has no association with this group, the New Blood. Maybe he's just a fan. Maybe he just likes wearing the merchandise. But Goldberg definitely not New Blood here in the WCW. But regardless of how he looks, making his way down to the ring now prior to Totes McGoat's run, the crazy thing is Goldberg had the #1 run, had defended this title belt 2 times on 2 different occasions. Totes has now defended it 4 times and only winning it once. Goldberg, though, having a shot here tonight to not only become the only multi-time winner, he's the only one to ever have won it more than 1 time. He could be the next one to win it 3 times. So if he can win here tonight, if he can put an end to Totes' winning streak currently at 15, he can not only put an end to the streak, but put an end to his title defense streak here as well, and take back and become the 3-time Universal $1 Million champion. But you know what Totes always says, try him, he'll make you famous. So Goldberg getting that shot here tonight. Now, Totes won the title from Paul the Thing. Went on to defend it against Paul again. Beat Dominic Mysterio, Sting, and now Bret Hart. So, adding Goldberg, I mean, this is just putting more and more value, more and more credence behind this title belt to the number of people, the caliber of wrestlers that have gone after the title belt that Totes has beat. And you can see a new face scan for Totes. Similar, but not quite the same. Hey, what is going on, Joker? Welcome to the stream, brother. You wrestled in match number 1. Very well could be. Maybe he's a consultant.
From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 285 pounds, Goldberg. And his opponent from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 258 pounds, the Universal $1 Million Champion and the WCW United States Champion, Frankie the Reaper Fingers.
So Totes McGoats here tonight trying to extend this historic winning streak, trying to extend the title belt defense. And again, we talk about it every time because we're now in this time where these two title belts, because you can't win more than 2 singles titles, so these 2 title belts really are protecting the world champions. Right now, Totes just happens to be the hottest thing going in wrestling. Recon was the other one for a time being, but starting to cool off a little bit. Who is going to be the next one to step up? Can Goldberg be the next one and step up here tonight? What's funny about most of the wrestlers ratings are higher than Totes, so it's just been crazy. Totes has not just been winning, but on this particular streak, he has been dominating and ending matches early. Is he going to be able to do that against Goldberg tonight? Like, I didn't think he could do it against Sting. I didn't think he could do it against Bret Hart, but he did. So is that the trend that's going to go tonight, or will Goldberg find a way to win, or at least find a way to take it to the limit? But you look at the people that he has beat, not just in that, but even with the U.S. title, Peyton Hardy, Paul the Thing, Recon Delta, CM Punk, Jay Savage twice, GC Rock, Sentinel. So it is quite the list of wrestlers, quite the list, almost like a who's who of wrestling during this streak. It hasn't been against the Job Squad, if you know what I mean. 2. And already a 2 count on Goldberg. Totes just waiting, kind of a veteran move right there. Waiting, letting Goldberg expend his own energy, waiting, letting Goldberg get up, get back into the ring, and just kind of laying in wait, not chasing him outside the ring. Kind of wrestling very smart. We see one, and we might see a brand new move right now. Goldberg now up in the corner. And we don't. Totes pulled up on it, didn't do it. We did add a new move to his arsenal, but we didn't see it right there. And now, usually that big clothesline that either ends matches or it sets up his finisher. And look at the state of this. 16 wins in a row and 5 title defenses.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal $1 Million Champion, Frankie the Reaper Fingers.
Unbelievable. Totes ends up extending the streak. Who is going to be able to stop Totes? Put that name in the section right now. Who do you think? Who do you want to see Totes go up against next? I'm serious. Sting, Bret Hart, Goldberg. I thought one of the three were going to end the title run, but Totes not having it. But hey, what does Frankie Two Fingers know? You know what I mean? What do I even know? But now, moving on beyond that. It is time to see some brand new looks and start getting, I told you, whoever the light heavyweight champion is, you're going to start seeing her every single episode, because the light heavyweight title, missing a lot of title defenses right now, trying to get it back up on the level it should be.
And is for the WCW Light Heavyweight Championship.
I am in the apocalypse. I'm just saying. Totes is in the apocalypse. And starting to do well. Starting to win a match or two. Now, I've said it before. This is one of my favorite entrances. If you pay close attention, when she moves that baseball bat, things happen. The light is not a mistake. It is done on purpose. This whole thing, very purposefully done. Love the glowing eyes. Love how just things happen. It is intimidating. If I was a female wrestler standing in the ring and I'm seeing the state of this, if I'm seeing Penny make her way down to the ring right now, nope, not having it. I'm going back through the crowd. I'm going to go back out to the front of the ticket booth. I'm going to buy me a ticket. I'm going to sit in the front row. I'm going to watch a match. I'm not going to be involved in it, though. Not having it. And right here, she will turn the lights on. Yeah, Witcher's in it. Totes is in the apocalypse. Brand new face scan for Jane. Brand new face scan for Angela Starr. And Phoenix, though, the one that will be in the ring wrestling tonight, making her way down to the ring, getting ready to defend the light heavyweight championship. But look at the state of the Order of the Phoenix. We talked about this earlier in the night. The women's NWO holding title belts, but right behind them, the Order of the Phoenix. Every single one of the women in the ring right now holding a title belt. Jane actually holding two. Funny thing about Jane, I'll make the announcement right after the introductions. Jane has done something massively historic in our universe, and we're going to talk about it tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Shangri-La, Kylee. And her opponent from the fifth dimension, the WCW Light Heavyweight Champion,
So Phoenix going to put that title belt on the line, but next major announcement in WCW is an accomplishment that Jane has done. Very first wrestler in our entire universe to ever do this. First woman, first man. A man hasn't done it yet. So very first wrestler to win not only the Universal World title, but the next step down, the Universal Diva title and the Universal Tag Team Championship. Only one to ever win all three. We have a couple that have won two. but not any that have won all three. So ends up hitting the trifecta right there on that. I think if we look at it, Totes has won the world and the $1 million, obviously, but has not won the tag team title belts. Totes and Goldberg and Witcher, all three of them, they're all missing the tag team title belts. So they won the world, they won the next one down, whether it's the Diva or the $1 million title, but they haven't won tag team gold yet at the universal level. So, but anyway, hats off to Jane. If there was going to be a grand slam of champions, like a grand slam, she would be the first one. I would say winning all three universal title belts, that would definitely be a grand slam right there. So something to absolutely strive for, but anyway, hats off to her for doing that. Still one major announcement tonight. That was actually all of our announcements, but just had another one come in that we will talk about. I have got to wait until the main event, but we are definitely going to get some answers on what happened earlier, and there will be an announcement that is made during that main event, so stay tuned for that. Phoenix, though, was off to a fast start. Penny now getting things turned back around in her favor, but look at this, showing you why she's the champion. Very wisely gets out of the ring, moves back around and gets into a position to get back in control of the match. But Penny fights through that. And now does stuff just that anybody could do. And what we're going to do real quick, I've never done this before, so let's see how this works real quick. Real quick. I think it is in here. Yes, it is. Just need to move this back around. And if we could turn back time. That is quite an amazing shot right there. Anyway, back to the show. But that's probably, we're going to start doing that once, twice, here and there, because that is probably going to be our thumbnail. A better and easier way to get into and find the thumbnail. What is going on? WCW World Champion Bama Boy, welcome to the stream, brother. One, two. And look at this. Champ starting to get frustrated, but now setting up for what is known as the Rise of the Phoenix. The Rise of the Phoenix putting down a lot of the opponents. But look at this. Near side schoolboy, near side pin, flip back over. 2, 3. And she ends up reversing the reversal to retain the light heavyweight championship.
Here's your winner, and still WCW Light Heavyweight Champion,
So Phoenix retaining the light heavyweight championship. The Order of the Phoenix maintaining their momentum will now get us and bring us to not just the main event, but also one more announcement here tonight. Already some huge announcements, but about to have one more. So very obvious that the Horsemen stand behind Rowdy. So that must have been a Horseman-related attack earlier in match number 2.
And is for the WCW World Television Championship.
So Rowdy is out. Not Rowdy. The Horsemen are standing behind Rowdy, but Robbo is out of the 4 Horsemen, and the 4 Horsemen are now looking for their 4th member. What the Horsemen want to know from everybody in the chat, from everybody on Discord, from everybody in the comment section, who should be the 4th Horseman? Should it be you? Should you be considered to be the 4th Horseman? Do you believe somebody else should be considered to be the 4th Horseman? Put your ideas down in the chat. The Horsemen want to hear from you. As far as I go, I don't know. Who could be one of the 4th Horsemen? Could it be somebody that's already in a faction who maybe had 4th Horsemen, 4 Horsemen dreams? They wanted to be a part of the 4 Horsemen. Could it not be? Could it be somebody right now that isn't even in a faction but has been working their way, and now maybe they want to be a part of the 4 Horsemen? But now former world champion Recon Delta making his way down to the ring. Ooh, look at that. Agent Destin throwing JP's name into the ring. JP's in the chat. What does JP think about maybe being a Horseman? JP always kind of reminded me a little bit about kind of like Totes. Totes hired gun for a long time. Not really loyal to anybody, but then eventually with the Horsemen, and you can tell not planning on going anywhere. But you just saw Totes, who must have changed awful quick, but got back into the back. You saw him bring out and defend the $1 million title, now bringing down the United States title. Eagle Star and Totes My Goats bringing Rowdy down to the ring to defend and show their solidarity for the move that was made back in match number 2. If you didn't see it, match number 2, that's worth watching. Dark Witcher says Peyton, maybe. So while there is an enforcer in the Horsemen, nobody really leads the Horsemen. They lead by committee. So, these 3 got together and made the decision to do what just happened in match number 2. So, just saying. Oh, Bama throwing his name in there. That's interesting, too.
Introducing the challenger from Elysian Fields, weighing in at 252 pounds, Recon. And his opponent from the nearest nightclub, weighing in at 304 pounds, the WCW World Television Champion, Rowdy.
It's funny, right now you guys, there's 2 more, but you guys are naming all the people I was kind of thinking about also. But the last time we had the trials of the Horsemen didn't quite work out the way we thought it was going to work out. So now it will be a vote. The three horsemen will decide who the fourth is. So, no, Rowdy, like, he just came from the nearest nightclub, and this is the worst town he has ever been to. Just how it is. So, Recon Delta coming off the loss of the World Championship, now going after the Television World Championship here on Nitro, trying to take a title belt away from the Four Horsemen, trying to even things up a little bit more between the Horsemen and the Syndicate. You see Jay Savage in his digs, making sure no funny business happens, making sure Recon gets a fair shot at what is going on. Recon, though, off to a fast start here in the main event tonight. Rowdy now getting things turned back around and getting back in control. Takes things to the outside of the ring. But look at that. Recon getting out of the way just in the nick of time. Charles Robinson up to a 5 count, but look at that. Don't know if you realize what was going on. Jay Savage distracting Rowdy. The two of them talking back and forth. Rowdy doesn't see Recon come back into the ring. Recon started to get the upper hand, but now Rowdy back in control. Takes Recon over, walks him, puts him up against those ropes. And remember, Rowdy can hit you a couple different ways with this finisher, but one of them is the rebound off the ropes. Very similar to how Recon Delta sets up his finisher as well. A lot of votes coming in for Bama. That is very true. Rowdy likes the bars, but that's about it in every town. Couldn't tell who was getting the upper hand, but Rowdy getting the upper hand now. Horseman looking on. And look at this, in true Horseman fashion, Rowdy now starting to let you know he can win this match at any time of his choosing. But look at this, Recon has something to say about it, tries to get turned back around, cannot. And I thought that was about to be the Rowdy, Bowdy, but it is not. But both men, like I said before, they can turn a match around that fast. Get you whipped into the ropes, hit you with either the Rowdy, Bowdy, or the Delta variant. Both moves very strong, very powerful. Both can put you on your back for the 3 count. And kind of shocking thought, really figured Recon would be the faster man in this match, but so far, Rowdy has been like one little step ahead. And look at this, Rowdy gonna win it by countout. And that is just how Horsemen do it. They don't care if they win by hook or by crook.
WCW World Television Champion, Rowdy.
The belt still stays around Rowdy's waist. And that brings Rowdy's title defense up to a record time. 4th time tying GC Rock. So the next time that it happens, next time that he wrestles on the very next Nitro, will be going to try and break GC Rock's record. Who will he be facing? Might he be facing GC Rock again? Could be something we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out on. But Rowdy winning it. Well, guys, that is going to do it for tonight. What a crazy show. We have had some crawfishing going on. We have had some changing of the title belts, and we've had a lot of title defenses. Lots of things to think about. A lot of brand new announcements coming out. Faction Wars going to be coming to WCW here over the next month or so. Still working out the stuff on that. Now the Horsemen looking for their fourth Horseman. People kind of jockeying positions to see what are they going to do to strengthen their faction to put them in a better spot. Brand new WCW Special Series title belts announced and kind of how they work. So that is a big thing as well. But guys, again, I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out with us. We got to give away 5 other memberships today. And look at you guys. Hats off to you guys. Over 16 likes already and 209 views. That is all the stuff that you guys are doing. I'm just happy that I am a part of it. But from all of us here to all of you out there, love what you're doing. You guys be kind to one another, and we will catch all of you in the next one. Peace.